Around Charles. Oh, Nalyssa Smith with a rejection.
Smith, that was some attitude. Get that out of here.
That is the second block of the game. Charles making her third block of the game. Not today, Angel.
I said not in.
Guys, I fear Coach Chris Koklanis, okay, the current head coach of the Dallas Wings, may be getting fired, okay? His job just may be in jeopardy because what was that? The fact that the Chicago Sky, again, that's my team, I let them down. First of all, I love both the Chicago Sky and the Dallas Wings, but Dallas Wings, okay, is number 2 for me. Chicago Sky being my number 1 WNBA favorite team. Watching them battle it out tonight, okay, in tonight's game, Dallas Wings versus the Chicago Sky was like watching my 2 favorite cousins fight, okay, on the front lawn. It was hard for me to choose a side, but obviously, ultimately, I was rooting for my Chicago Sky. Chris Koklanis, again, like, at this point, Dallas Wings is 1 for 6. We just whooped them at our home court in the Wintrust Arena. Was it a couple days ago or last week? I'm not sure. But again, the fact that the Dallas Wings were not able to cut it, even at their own home court, and it was okay, a blowout. Okay, guys, this game concluded with the Dallas Wings having 83 points, Chicago Sky having 94 points. That's almost a 20-point loss. Listen to me, Coach Chris Koklanis, if he does not do something and quickly, okay, to be honest with you, Tyler Marsh, okay, a.k.a. Coach Marshmallow, yoga teacher, okay, a.k.a. Chris Koklanis, they are both, but mainly Chris, he is in jeopardy of losing his job. Guys, this is an exciting game, okay? Specifically me as a Chicago Sky fan, I love that we led this game for the most part. Again, we made a lot of silly mistakes, I ain't gonna lie. Angel Reese, a lot of people online, again, I may possibly do a video about this on its own. I just want to allow Angel Reese more time to actually, showcase that new position that she's trying to, master and craft as being a point guard, okay, running the offense. Again, I'm still getting used to it. Okay, I ain't gonna lie, it has been quite an eyesore for me. Even seeing Camila Cardoso hovering around the perimeter instead of inside the paint, guarding and blocking and rebounding around that rim. Again, I gotta get used to it. I understand as human beings, we all have to just embrace the change. Okay, we have to be adaptable, highly adaptable creatures. Okay, I understand that. But it seems as though, again, people were saying this all over my Twitter timeline during tonight's game and also just the freaking start of the season. Angel Reese almost appears dead in her eyes. It's like watching her play, it's like her fire is just not like, it's not as intense as it once was. Specifically this past Unrivaled season, and also when you compare her overall demeanor and the way she carries herself on that court in the past 2024, last year's 2024 WNBA season.
Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Hey! Move that out the way! Hey! Move that out the way! Turn it up! Move that out the way! Who are we? Chi-town! Who are we? Chi-town! What we gonna do? What we gonna do? Chi-town! 3, 1, 2, 3! Chi-town!
Again, Angel Reese, of course, she, by the end of the fourth quarter, she was starting to flare up, tensions was high, specifically between her and Nalyssa Smith. Okay, I'm going to talk a little bit about that later. But overall, it seems as though Angel Reese is just like, she seems lethargic on the court. She's just lacking with, she's not with so much energy as she once was. And again, it's like people are now suggesting that she see a sports psychologist. And again, if she really is going through something, whether it be, basketball related on the court, off the court, I highly suggest she does something. Because again, it's just not like her to be so dead, in a sense, on the court. The first quarter kicks off, guys. Chicago Sky, we put up 23 points. The Dallas Wings put up 22 points. In the second quarter, Chicago Sky put up 23 points. The Dallas Wings put up 21 points. The third quarter comes around. This is when Dallas Wings was just slipping away from the glory. In the third quarter, Dallas Wings put up just 16 points. Chicago Sky, we earned 20 points. In the fourth and final quarter, Chicago Sky put up 28 points, and Dallas Wings put up 24 points. Let's talk about the Dallas Wings, okay, because they lost. Maddie Siegrist, guys, she put up 11 points, had 0 assists, 7 rebounds. Maisha Hines-Allens only had 1 point, 2 assists, 0 rebounds. What was she doing? She played 16 minutes, only put up 1 point. Pathetic. Nalyssa Smith, guys, we need to talk a little bit more about Nalyssa Smith in tonight's game. She was playing like, again, like, y'all remember how she was playing for Indiana Fever last year. It was giving up, okay? Let's be honest. A lot of people was like, you know what, Nalyssa Smith is an agent. She's working for the CIA. Her girlfriend, Dejanay Carrington, has sent her, okay, not sent her, but she's just pretty much just utilizing her to gain intel and plays, okay, that the Indiana Fever is putting up in order for the Connecticut Sun to use for its own advantage, okay? Because last season, when Nalyssa Smith played for the freaking Indiana Fever, she was very passive. She was kind of slow on the draw. Again, the Indiana Fever is a young, energetic, highly, just bursting with energy and very dynamic type of team. And Nalyssa Smith did not give any of that last season, okay? In tonight's game for the Dallas Wings, Nalyssa Smith put up like 3 blocks on freaking injuries. Again, I'm going to talk a little bit about that, more about that later on in this video. But again, her energy was just crazy, okay? Nalyssa Smith played 28 minutes. She put up 20 points. She had 1 assist and 5 rebounds. Arike Ngumbawale, she played for 35 minutes. She only put up 15 points, had 2 assists and 4 rebounds. Yes, I said only 15 points because that's not like her. Again, Arike Ngumbawale, she low-key was struggling tonight. A lot of her shots was just not dropping. It was crazy. Kyla Charles, she was getting on my nerves last week, okay? Kyla Charles, guys, she was still able to put up 11 points. She had 0 assists and 4 rebounds. Tierra McCowan, she only had 3 points, 0 assists, 3 rebounds. JJ Quinterly, she put up 2 points, had 3 assists, 3 rebounds. Isaiah James had 4 points, 1 assist, and 0 rebounds. Dejanay Carrington also, guys, she took a lot of hits and contacts. Again, that's another thing. All these injuries going on. Guys, that's another thing that's going on, okay? Dejanay Carrington almost forgot to even just open up with this. Of course, Paige Beckers was not in this game at all due to concussion protocol, okay? A lot of the girls is getting snapped up, and it's scaring me, okay? We still got like a long 6 when you include the playoffs, semifinals, and finals, like almost 7 months left of the WNBA current 2025 season. You know, Paige Beckers out, okay, for at least 2-3 games due to concussion protocol. Caitlin Clark out for 2 weeks due to injury. Sydney Colson and Sophie Cunningham got snapped up in yesterday's game when it was the Connecticut Sun versus the Indiana Fever. Nafisa Collier was out, okay, for the Minnesota Lynx. I'm not used to all these women getting snapped up. We only been in for 2 weeks, guys. We got like 6-7 months left to go, and I'm already scared, okay? So again, Paige Beckers was not in tonight's game. I do believe that if Paige Beckers was in this game healthy and strong, I still believe that the Dallas Wings would have lost. I still believe that the Dallas Wings would have lost in tonight's game versus the Chicago Sky because, again, Coach Chris Koklanis is just not that guy at this point, okay? He just could not take them to where they need to go. Back to the injuries, okay? Of course, Paige Beckers is out due to concussion protocol. Dejanay Carrington fell so many times. She literally had a cut on her face. She took so many hard falls, okay? Every time I see Angel Reese get knocked down, I keep thinking about her wrists, her ankles. I'm like, y'all have got to protect yourselves. Y'all have got to learn how to fall on the freaking court correctly, okay, to protect your head, your neck, your shoulders, and back. Dejanay Carrington, okay, she already got 2. She had like, 2 ACL. She tore both of her ACLs in high school. She had 6 knee surgeries by the time she graduated high school. Just ridiculous. All the times I see her fall, by the time she's 55, 60, she's going to have so many back and joint injuries, okay? Again, these professional athletes, these women, they take a huge beating every night, okay, just competing. Never mind when they're in the gym, they're trying to, they got to, stretch. They have to ensure that they go through treatments and actually do treatments on a regular basis, okay? Because if not, they're going to risk injuries. Now let's talk about the winners, okay, being the Chicago Sky. Angel Reese, guys, she put up 14 points, had 2 assists and 9 rebounds, okay? Not bad at all. Almost got herself a double-double. Ariel Atkins had 26 points, 3 assists, and 4 rebounds. Camila Cardoso, guys, she scored 4 points, had 1 assist, and 5 rebounds. She got to do much better. Again, in order for us to be a playoff contending team, Angel Reese and Ariel Atkins, again, I'm sorry, not Ariel Atkins. Ariel Atkins is one of our point guards. But Angel Reese and Camila Cardoso, we need at least 10 points from them. Honestly, if you're a woman touching that court, if you're a starter, have at least, try to get 10 points, period. Okay, Courtney Vandersloot, she put up 15 points. She had 7 assists and 7 rebounds. Kia Nurse had 11 points. She had 2 assists and 1 rebound. Rebecca Allen had 7 points, 2 assists, 4 rebounds. Elizabeth Williams had 8 points, 1 assist, 3 rebounds. Rachel Banham had 5 points, 1 assist, and 0 rebounds. I guess you could say she has to do better. I believe she put up 1 3-pointer and had made a quick layup. I was proud of her. Then, of course, you have Haley Van Lith, guys. She made 0 points, had 1 assist and 4 rebounds. Michaela Anyuwe made 4 points, had 0 assists and 2 rebounds. I know you guys ain't gonna like it, okay? You don't like anybody bringing up Angel Reese with her layups and struggling. But listen, I saw Angel Reese throughout this game again. Now, she still got 14 points and 9 rebounds, almost hit a double-double. I'm happy for her. But again, it looks as though like she's lost her confidence. She appears to be lacking in a lot of not just athletic prowess, but like her overall demeanor and attitude towards the game. It's like the passion and fire and like that aggressiveness just has been just stomped out, okay? Nalyssa Smith literally blocked this girl's shot like just back to back to back, okay? Not just Nalyssa Smith, okay? Again, Nalyssa Smith out of nowhere, she decides to be the big bad wolf in tonight's game. Again, she was not playing like that like all season long when she was with the Fever. I'm like, where is this coming from? Like, what was so crazy was like you didn't just see Nalyssa Smith blocking Angel Reese's shot. Again, Angel Reese has got to pivot her feet and jump, move, swivel. Again, like that saying goes, there's 1,000 ways to skin a cat. There's 1,000 ways to get points. There's 1,000 ways to make a layup. Mid-shot ranges. At least a mid-shot range. Again, you got to evolve, Angel. You can't keep trying to make contact through 2 to 3 defenders. As soon as the ball touches her hand, she looking around like this, underneath the freaking basket by the rim. And like by the time like she even tries to like this, she always wants to bounce and dribble the ball before she makes a layup. By the time she does that, it's like 2, 3, 4 women jumping her. And like she's just so swarmed and like it just looks so chaotic. She's starting to panic. She throw the ball out of bounds. She's trying to toss it to, a teammate's hands. It's like, stop doing that, Angel. But when Nalyssa Smith had, blocked her shot back to back, it was almost like they got into it again. If you guys paid attention from last season, it was Chicago Sky, and Chicago Sky was hosting the Indiana Fever. This was a game like, I want to say June, July. Nalyssa Smith and Angel Reese was going at it all game, right? Nalyssa Smith had scored on Angel Reese, and she hit the too small, okay? When they do that gesture, she was like, you're too small. You can't guard me. And she got mad, okay? Angel Reese was like, don't call me baby. I ain't no effing baby, da-da-da-da. Woo-woo-woo. Okay, they was getting into it. The same thing happened today, but this time Nalyssa Smith she kind of walked up on Angel Reese like she needed that. I was like, okay? Now, keep in mind, Nalyssa Smith is 6'4". Angel Reese is 6'3". I'm like, guys, stop them. Like, she even, like, Nalyssa Smith had some sort of aggressive energy towards the refs. You don't ever see her doing this. Like, what's really going on, Nalyssa Smith? What's really tea? Like, what is the beef Nalyssa Smith got with Angel? Because now it's like, this is unacceptable and uncalled for. Okay, it's one thing for you to put up all them blocks, but for you to, like, approach her like you needed that? Like, what was that really necessary? At this point, guys, again, it's in my opinion that the worst teams in the WNBA right now are Chicago Sky, the Dallas Wings, and the Connecticut Sun. At this point, though, the Dallas Wings and the Connecticut Sun are dead last. They're tied. I say that we're like ranked number 10th because there's 13 teams now. So I say Chicago Sky, we're ranked at number 10, which is bad. Oh, no, we're ranked number 11th, rather. And I would say Connecticut Sun, Dallas Wings, they're fighting for 12th or 13th place. But the fact that the Connecticut Sun and the Dallas Wings only have one win, and, us Chicago Sky players, we now have 2, but we won both games back to back with Dallas Wings. Okay, that's the only team we've been able to beat. But we should be able to beat the Connecticut Sun with no problem. Guys, please comment down below your thoughts on tonight's game. Okay, we finally got another win. Okay, even though it was the Dallas Wings, we just beat them. Okay, a couple days ago. But also, guys, comment down below if you've noticed what I've noticed about Angel Reese. Her demeanor seems to be off. She doesn't seem to be as fired up. And she seems as though she's lacking and does not play with passion like she used to. And also, what is the beef? Who has the tea between Nalyssa Smith and Angel Reese? They seem like every year they play, they always getting into some drama.